let's talk about being a vendor at an event, or a market, a fair, convention, festival, what have you. If you're a small business and you're setting up somewhere to sell either your wares, your services, that sort of thing. When you set up as a vendor, it's not just up to we'll refer to as host to advertise. Now, the host would be the coordinator, the facilitator, the one putting on the event, especially if they're going to be at the event also. It's not just up to the host to advertise the event. They should definitely be advertising the event, advertising that you're going to be there, maybe a vendor spotlight of some kind. But it's also up to you as a vendor to advertise that you're going to be there, because you're a small business. So you should be advertising, hey, I'm going to be here, come get this candle, or come get a tarot reading, or what have you. So definitely advertise yourself as well. Don't gossip. If you have feedback, a request, a complaint about the event or other people that are going to be there, or what have you, bring it to the host. Don't sit there and gossip about it to other vendors or to anybody else. That gets picked up by a lot of people around you, and that kind of energy brings the vibe down, and customers will avoid it. For example, I had a recent event where one of the vendors complained and just gossiped, and this person did it to other vendors around them, and it got picked up by other vendors who heard it. Customers heard it. The venue heard it. It got to a point where the venue was offering to have them removed, and this person was getting other people going. They were like, yeah, no, don't do that. That's a good way to get banned, which these people did get banned from future events. So don't undermine the event like that. For context, this person also gossiped about it or complained or whatever to outside third parties. These outside third parties were also big names, big businesses. And I guess it was happening so much that these outside third parties came to the event acting as guests to see what all the fuss was about. Now they're gossiping, and now they're trying to spread it around to other vendors. And other vendors were complaining about it, like they don't want to be involved in this. It gets disruptive to them. It gets disruptive to the whole vibe of the event. So don't go do that. Don't gossip. And if you don't want to be there so bad, if you have so much bad to say, don't do the event. What are you doing there then? And also, it creates a ripple effect. The customers will avoid you because now the vibe's different. You're sitting there and the customers don't want to get involved in that. So then you're not going to make any sales. Especially if you're not at your own table because you're going to the other table to gossip. You lost sales. Customers like, well, there's no one here. I'm going to move on. Something else to not do is don't undermine the event. If a vendor, if you ask the host for something and the vendor is the one asking, and the host says no to what you were asked, don't go and do it anyway. Whether it's an open space or to use something else. Be careful with the requests too, because some of them are a little bit inappropriate or outrageous. Don't ask the help if they have like volunteers or what have you. Don't ask them what they're being paid. That's really none of your business and has nothing to do with you. That's like being in a business, being an employee at a business and asking what your coworker is making. It's really none of your business. There was a few others. If you have your space marked off specifically for where you're going to be set up. Don't override it. Don't go past your space and take over someone else's space. If it's marked off on the floor with tape, don't move the tape to try to make it bigger. That's inappropriate. I've experienced a lot of these things, and some of this stuff got people banned from future events with vending with me. If you can't respect a certain process or a do and don't, then how are you going to expect to be respecting anything else? And because I've vended, but I've also been a host, and these do's and don'ts are there for a reason. Don't take the venue's decor off the wall, because it's, you could break something or what have you. Don't rearrange things without permission. If you're vending at an event and the vendor shows up early, and you're told to wait to be escorted to your spot, don't disregard what the host is saying. Wait until you're escorted to the spot. A lot of these are set up online, so the host and the vendor don't actually meet each other until the day of the event. If you haven't met your host yet, introduce yourself. Especially if you wait to be escorted to your spot and it's by the host, you'll get to meet them then. But introduce yourself. I'm so-and-so with this so-and-so business. Great. At the end of the event, be respectful to your host. Take a moment, say bye. Thank you for this opportunity, what have you. It's, that's important to do. And whether you make money or not is not always the event's fault, the host's fault. If you're not advertising or bothering to say where you are, hey, I'm selling this, I'm doing that, then you're not going to have any customers. Or if you're gossiping or what have you, the host should definitely be advertising the event and show, so-and-so is going to be here. But it's also up to you. This is your small business. There's a few other things I can't think of to mind, but this definitely comes up. Don't trash the place, obviously. Don't break it. Don't trespass on the venue. If you show up at 8 and they say setup starts at 8:30, that doesn't mean you can just go in and start. You're going to be gracious and wait for the host. I did an event where the venue let people in a little early, and instead of waiting for me to tell them where they're going to be, one set up at the wrong spot, some were facing the wrong way. Like dudes. But I hope these help. Love y'all. Bye.